Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a reality show turned family empire that went on longer than most people expected. Now on their 16th season, the Kardashians have officially taken over reality TV. But is their reign coming to an end?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There have always been rumors about the show finally coming to a close. We don't see any major signs of the family pulling the curtain on their long-lasting series, but it's got to end sometime. Can you imagine watching granny versions of Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe arguing over salad?
I'm very calm. Okay.
It may find its audience, but it's not likely it'll happen. So what will happen once Keeping Up with the Kardashians finally ends?
So what else are you doing? I don't know.
In this video, we are diving into the possibilities. Keep watching to find out. There have been a lot of changes since the first season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The fashion business venture known as Dash is now closed, even though it was the main reason Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe had a reality show in the first place. Kim told Variety in 2015 that she thought the series would be good publicity to market their stores. As for Kourtney and Khloe, they couldn't care less. Khloe was focused on managing Dash, while Kourtney was handling Smooch, a kids' clothing store. Those businesses are gone, but the show is still running. Is there a chance that Keeping Up will fizzle out too? Ratings aren't as good as they were a couple of years ago, but the Kardashians are still dominating social media and pop culture. We're not sure if the Kardashian empire would like to quit while they're still on top. As early as now, though, we can already see how the future can play out if the Kardashian siblings ever decide to drop their reality show.
How long is this going to take?
Let's start with the main star of the show, Kim Kardashian. Without her and her, quote, many talents, we wouldn't have the reality show we know today. It's been a long-running joke that none of the Kardashians have any real talents. But it's clear that they aren't ditzy bimbos either. They have strong minds for business and social media that led to them being some of the richest and most followed people on the planet. Kim is no exception, and she recently made a brainy decision. She announced that she will be taking the bar exam in 2022 and has begun a 4-year-long apprenticeship at a law firm. It looks like she's following in the footsteps of her late father, the well-known attorney Robert Kardashian. Whether or not Keeping Up with the Kardashians keeps on going, Kim is adding lawyer to her list of talents. She was inspired to take up law after fighting for Alice Marie Johnson's freedom. Johnson was convicted for drug trafficking in 1996 and was sentenced to life imprisonment, but was granted clemency by President Trump in 2018 with the help of Kim Kardashian. Now, Kim is an apprentice at a San Francisco law firm. Kim is required to study for a minimum of 18 hours a week for 4 years. She wrote in a lengthy Instagram caption that she spends weekends, quote, away from her kids and whole nights studying just so she can achieve this dream. She's sacrificing a lot to show that she's taking her lawyer dreams seriously. Perhaps she's ready to give up on the show soon, too? After all, Kim is leading toward pursuing criminal law in the future. We might be seeing attorney Kim defending in the courts instead of on television.
This is so crazy.
What will be next for Kim's sisters, Kourtney and Khloe? Kourtney has long been very vocal about her disdain for the reality show.
And I don't care what anyone says.
She often makes comments about hating everything about Keeping Up with the Kardashians and how she wasn't meant to be famous. But whether or not the main reality show ends, there have been rumors of her and Khloe having another spin-off.
There's just too much going on.
Kourtney and Khloe have partnered up to bring the Kardashian show on location before. Now that the two are single, a Kardashian insider spilt to Radar that they're talking about having another spin-off. Kourtney has a new lifestyle and wellness brand called Poosh, while Khloe is running her denim brand, Good American. A Kourtney and Khloe spin-off could bring more awareness to their respective brands. It could mean more dollar signs in the future, even if the original show is over. Then again, Kourtney may just want to give up reality television altogether and just focus on her kids and her brand, Poosh. It's also possible that Khloe will focus on her daughter, True, while managing Good American. Even if Keeping Up with the Kardashians wraps up, these two sisters have their brands to fall back on. One sibling who isn't at all keen on continuing the reality show life is Kendall Jenner. Kendall is not interested in headlining her own show. In an interview with Variety, momager to the Kardashian empire, Kris Jenner explained her daughter's anti-spin-off sentiments. Kris responded rather bluntly that Kendall is in going to have her own show or increase her screen time on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kendall's busy schedule as a high-fashion model keeps her constantly traveling, walking runways, or shooting campaigns. She's already successful as a model and seems to have no qualms about quitting the reality show. She's fine with putting Keeping Up with the Kardashians on the back burner, even though many believe that it's how she got her modeling career in the first place. If the show does end, it looks like Kendall will have no problem devoting all her time and energy to modeling. She's also started to dabble in photography, which means we may see her spending more time behind the camera soon. What about Kylie Jenner, who is now a, quote, self-made billionaire? With Stormi Webster, her baby daddy Travis Scott, and a billion-dollar cosmetics company, Kylie has a lot on her plate. If Keeping Up with the Kardashian ends, it's likely that we'll see Kylie continue ruling Instagram and selling out lip kits and eyeshadow palettes. She's been often rumored to quit the reality series, with gossip spreading ever since she was 17 years old. Even her entire secret pregnancy is a huge sign that Kylie doesn't want all the fame and attention on her 24/7. Ever since she got pregnant, Kylie's been getting more scarce on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kylie didn't want to be filmed when they shot the Christmas episode last year, though she was there at the shoot. She also took a break from filming the reality show during the whole Jordan Woods-Tristan Thompson drama. Even her spin-off show, Life of Kylie, ended after just one season due to low ratings. However, many speculate that Kylie's lack of enthusiasm for being filmed constantly was a big factor in canceling the spin-off.
And I just know I'm not supposed to be famous.
Kylie is very open about her plans to live a low-key life in the future. Perhaps as soon as Keeping Up shoots its final episode, Kylie will be one very relieved girl. She could then focus on growing her family with Travis and being CEO of her highly successful makeup brand. Her brand is already so successful that people are unsure why she has to keep filming for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Perhaps Kylie will just stick to vlogging on Instagram to remain close to her millions of fans. Many fans are also wondering about her wedding to Travis Scott and if a second baby is in the near future. We're sure Kris wouldn't want to miss out on documenting her youngest child's wedding, but Kylie might just be avoiding that. Travis revealed that Kylie's a fan of grand displays of affection, but she also expressed that she wants her relationship to be private. The men in the Kardashian family might not be massively affected by the end of the show. Rob Kardashian was rumored to be making a comeback, but it looks like he's content with being a father to his daughter Dream. It's probably the only Kardashian who is very much out of the spotlight nowadays. Kanye is starting to be a little more involved with the series, but knowing his erratic behavior, that could easily change. He may just be gaining experience for a personal project involving his own family. Maybe a televised Sunday worship show is in the works? But Kanye seems to be the type who will be relatively unbothered by the end of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Scott Disick, despite being officially broken up with Kourtney, is still a main part of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. If the show ends, we might see him still be a part of Kourtney's plans. He's actively co-parenting their children with her. So if she pushes through with a spin-off, we might still see Scott hanging around. Kourtney was spotted vacationing with Scott and his girlfriend Sophia Richie back in December 2018. It's clear that the two have a sense of humor regarding their situation. They'll be very open about working together again in the future. If not, we'll still see Scott posting about his children on Instagram and focusing on his clothing brand, Talentless. Now that's how you shade the haters. You earn money off a brand named after an insult directed at you and your family. The one who'll be most affected by the end of an era like Keeping Up with the Kardashians is none other than momager Kris Jenner. According to an insider who spoke with Radar Online in October 2018, Kris wants to keep the show running for 10 more seasons. The insider went on to say that if Kris had her way, she'd do the show until she dies. Now that's dedication. But is it possible? Ratings have been slowing significantly, and Kris can't pull the show's strings forever. All of her children have their own business or projects that they can work on after the show ends. What does Kris have? That's the big question. As of now, all we can do is speculate. Kris's priority remains to be Keeping Up with the Kardashians, though the rest of her family doesn't feel the same. Even show producer Ryan Seacrest is reported to be moving on to other things. Maybe Kris will continue the legacy through her grandchildren and turn them into stars in their own right. She could also become a producer for other reality shows, but it's unlikely she'll feel the same passion for stars who aren't her children. Can you imagine Kris Jenner ever retiring? We can't picture Kris hanging up her boots anytime soon, but this workaholic momager will have to rest sometime. She definitely has enough money, both on her own and from her children, to retire any day now. It would be nice nice to see Kris be a full-time grandmother to her 9 grandchildren. Kris has stated that she has no plans to marry again, but she's continuing her relationship with Corey Gamble. Perhaps they could settle down together once she's done managing her children. But Kris is the type of person to never back down from doing what she loves, and she loves running Keeping Up with the Kardashians. If you're a real fan of the show, and you are if you reach this part of the video, then don't worry. Kris will make sure that it keeps on going even if it's the last thing she'll do. These are just some of the things that may happen when Keeping Up with the Kardashian ends, if Kris will allow it. What are your theories for the future of this family? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video, show it some love by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more, and thanks for watching.